Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's so good to be back in here and see you guys. Just got a couple little quick things to finish. Pop a logo up here in the corner, and let's see. I don't know if I got any banners I want to go. Yeah, I'll run the banner. All right. Hey, it's nice to be back, and happy New Year, folks. It's been a very rocky end to the 2022 campaign. To say the least. I couldn't imagine probably a worse one for us as a family. Um, but definitely glad to be kind of working our way into 23. And I dropped a little question, as a Q&A tonight into the chat, and it's available for anybody to, bring up a question and an answer. You know, uh, it's not it's not your New Year's resolutions that I'm really thinking about, because everybody seems to break the resolution. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You know what? I just want to know what everybody feels like is the bare minimum that you can do this year to live your best life. Just to make the year successful. It's going to make you happy. What's going to make you feel good about how you're living. All those things. That's what's really important. You got to be content on the daily basis and be able to sleep at night. I like big expectations. I like trying to, find a way to, lofty goals and stuff like that, which I've set those for myself as well. Just a quick thought, anybody that wants to contribute also, in the community tab, there is a link if anybody would like to come up and share a little bit today and hang out. I do have quite a bit of stuff that we can chat about today, and a few new things that are going on and where my year is going to head for this channel. And I think it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to learn some more new stuff that I will gladly share with everyone in here. Start the day off today. I'm going to say hello to a few of you guys. There's my buddy Willie at 10 Man Magnet Fishing. Mr. Practical Ken, hashtag Monday Digs, 8:45 every week. Metal Detecting with Randy, my brother right there. He's in here when he wants to be. He's done a great job. His channel has really picked up since, he lost his channel last year. I'd just say that's more a prospect of good karma. Ron F., my brother in Indy. How you doing today, sir? I'm glad hopefully you'll stop back in for a minute. My Muddy Mess, hello. Miss Risha, hello. Clay and Jen over at the Rusty Magnets, just want to say hi and smash that like and make sure everyone does for Shane. I appreciate you guys. I don't frequent a lot of live streams anymore. I come in and I drop a quick like and usually leave a comment at the end, but been busy lately. And that's not a bad thing to be busy. Expressions of the Outdoors, welcome in tonight. Thank you. Relic Reaper Dawn, my brother right there. LVUTH Rob, what's going on, man? Papa Rouse Bill, hello, sir. Tony, Mr. Diggs, always glad for Clyde is in the house as well. Alley Cat, Mr. Tim, says Dad. And I don't know how that got started, Tim, but I'll affectionately be your father. Nez Lover is in the house. What is up, Nez? Nice to see you. You're everywhere, by the way. Everywhere I go to drop a comment, you're there. Everywhere I go to smash the like button, you're there. Shannon, what's up, brother? Nice to see you. Jeff over at Brewers Prospecting. Jeff is also he runs his live during our Monday Digs on Mondays. And I'm going to tell you, I still support Jeff in a big way. The biggest way that I can while we're doing Mondays is that I have a tab open with his live stream in it. And if nothing else, I sit in there and I contribute to his watch hours. Jeff's been nothing but a good dude to me. You can always open up another tab on your browser if you're on your computer. Marty Verstahl. Welcome, welcome. Marty's been tinkering in the live game a little bit. Cal, Adventure to Low, what's up? Team Black Diamond Outdoors, what's up, everybody? What's up, man? Thank you for being in here. By the way, I love your sticker packs. You send them out to a lot of people. I think they're awesome. You put a lot of effort into that. I hope you get what you want out of this. Dirt Clawed Metal Detecting, what's going on? My brother right there, Mr. James at Iron Antler Adventures. James is a very, very solid human being and part of my family. Let's see. Have to scroll down a little way. There's Mr. Jim Steele. Welcome, Jim. World's worst duck racer. What's up, Joe Dirt? Nice to see you, my friend. Thanks for the pickup on Facebook. Appreciate you. That way, if I need to communicate, it's a lot easier. Jason at BC Treasure Trails. Man, that was really beautiful today with all that snow. I'm glad I don't have it though. Cruising on down. And you're welcome, Jeff. Good buddy, man, I tell you. You know, at the end of the day, when we sit around here and think about it, there's a lot of us in this community that have made good friends out of here. So therefore, it's accomplished a lot in the last few years for a lot of people. I'm really sure of that. Mr. Tom Riley's in the house. Welcome, Tom. 508, Mr. Josh. Where did you go? There you are. There's Josh. Josh is probably my favorite Snapchat buddy. I get to see all the little animals and stuff that he has to deal with on the daily basis at his place. Plus, he's got that 3D printer going. That's cool as well. Coming out swinging. What's up? And then there's Miss Connie Barnes, who is always nothing but kind. Thank you, Miss Connie. And I think that gets me to the bottom. It's kind of fun. Not going to lie. You slow down what you do a little bit on your stream, and you kind of knock back a little bit of some of the people that just kind of frequent for the freebies and stuff like that, and then that makes it a lot more fun. So I really like the crowd that I have. Most of the people, all the people that are in here today, most of the people that we get are some of the ones that I really like being in here the most. So I appreciate you guys for hanging out. I know you're not here for a handout. I saw a lot of that last year on certain people's channels and stuff like that. And it really started to irk me, and it made me wonder, who really liked being in here. People were just in here for that. My goal is to build a family type of audience and stuff like that. And I want to make sure that it stays, pretty wholesome, but I still like to do stuff because that's why I do this. I just wanted to figure out for a little while how it was all really working out for me, and I feel much better. Park Rat sitting with you. Tell Mr. Pad that I haven't really seen him a whole lot lately, and definitely miss chatting with him. I still use the Tarsace some. I know he loves that detector, and as well he should. Nobody really talks about it a whole lot, but it's definitely a great detector to have in your repertoire if you can afford it. But Pat's a good guy as well. Swiffle. Mr. Dennis is in the house. Southwest Florida Treasure Detecting. I think I'm correct on that. I get names confused after a while. Internal Compass in North Carolina. And let's see, did I miss anybody? There's David Carlisle, longtime supporter. Thank you, David. It is nice to see you as well. Yeah, I wanted to know what everybody thought of, what is it what does it mean for you to live your best life this year? What are your goals, your ambitions, just to have a good year? I know some of us, have a lot to do at our jobs and stuff like that. So I like to make the most of my weekends, get out and see people, do as much as I can. Um, I'm just really curious to what it's almost like the bare minimum. What's your fun expectation for the year? And Tom Riley says, "Hey, I have 2 shorts on my channel. Tom Riley's dropped a few videos. Well, Tom will be glad to stop in there and check those out later for sure, and definitely throw you some love because I don't ever remember you putting out content before I know I've stopped by over there." Also, anybody that is interested in hanging out today, feel free to stop by my community tab. The link is over there for my post for tonight. And if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to come up and hang out for a little bit. My Thursdays do have a little bit of a time constraint now. I do have to run my boy to work at just after a little after 10. I know a couple weeks ago when I did that St. Jude's, I really was running at the bare end of my time to get it done. So I left kind of abruptly and apologize for that. Speaking of that, Mr. Chris at Bear Magnetics received his detector and was absolutely ecstatic. I couldn't have thought of a more deserving person that would want that detector to get it. If you haven't seen, he dropped a short about it. It was really cool. Most of everything that was given out that night for all the people that donated, members, people that donated to St. Jude's, and those that were in the stream that night that participated in that giveaway. Most everything has went out. I have 2 packages left to send, and that is it. And everything will be taken care of on that. It was a great year. This channel in itself, on that giveaway, or not on the St. Jude's, raised almost $1,750, I believe. A lot of you guys contributed, $10, $15, and it was much appreciated. I know the overall swinging for St. Jude raised almost $5,000. Zaxxon really helped me push the link in here when I was promoting it, and he's in here now. Just wanted to give him a quick thank you. And those of you that donated, definitely appreciate you. Some of the big winners last week was from Scuba Sonia's drive. Scuba Sonia, they raised over $1,500, I believe, something to that effect. And Alexandra Pogon, I think that's Sonia's sister. She won several prizes, and Starry's Lost and Found won 3 out of the 10. Autism Fish, Magnet Fish and Mary won. There was another one that I can't remember off the top of my head his name, that wasn't a normal, but he contributed to one of the other charities. Everybody had a chance to win in that, so that was really cool. I've still got 2 packages left to send, and then I'm done with that. And also I have prizes left over. So until I clean out my prize box, I will have giveaways to some degree every now and again. But just so everybody knows, I will not promote them. I'll just do them on a whim when I feel the need, and I will drop them out here just for those that are normally here. So then that way I don't have to worry about some of the people that don't come back. As you can tell, I'm a little touchy about that. Also, I did acquire something cool this week. Just to show everybody really fast, because I think I had a taker on stopping in for the day. But has anybody seen this case before? And does anybody know what's inside of that? Because it's a common case for something, for coin collectors, mind you. But I'll pop it open here. It's kind of tight to open really fast. Somebody that was having some financial troubles, wouldn't take a handout, knew that I was a coin collector and that I like stuff like that. And so basically I went, in order to help somebody, they decided that they weren't going to accept it without some form of payment. And it is the 225th anniversary, um, first day of issue coin collector set from 2017. It's proofs from that year. It's a pretty nice little set. It has a decent little bit of value to it. At some point in time, I may decide that that's something that I've got a ton of different years and stuff like that, and this might be something that I add on later on for a members only thing. I think something like that. But when I get something that I get a really good value for something, I think I might throw that towards my members, because that's what I'm going to try to grow this year. If I grow anything in here, it's going to be my membership program. I'm going to add to it and give more value within it, and try to make that something that I really try to promote. But one of my favorite people has decided to grace me with his presence today, so let's just grab somebody, and so I can have somebody to talk to other than this microphone.
What's up?
You there?
I am.
Oh, there you
go. Uh-oh. Are we glitchy?
No, I have my volume turned down really low because I'm experimenting with a new audio setup, and I don't want to mess my microphone up.
Yeah, I get it. I've had troubles with my audio every week. I used to have a nice set of headphones that I'd wear. They're Bluetooth, hook up nice, and then they just randomly stopped working as I was wearing them a couple weeks ago. And
they randomly stopped working as you were wearing them.
Yeah.
That's nice, because Bluetooth headphones generally aren't cheap, so especially like for this. Did they have a microphone in them?
They didn't have a microphone, but the nice part was that when they worked, I could also sync them up to my detector, so I could use them for that as well.
Right.
And now I'm stuck using like a earbud thing, and I hate earbuds. So
yeah, my microphone is really good at distinguishing the sound that goes into it. So if it hears the sound out of the speaker, it kind of filters it out so I don't get reverb. But at the end of the day, I don't like to chance it. I don't want it to sound funny and go like that. I'm looking for something really fast over here on my right hand side list that I don't know what I did with it. Oh, that's what. No, I lose things all the time. I feel like I don't know what's going on. There it is. Had to get my background that I like. I was missing it. The black just didn't seem right. Well, first of all, how was your New Year?
New Year was good. Christmas and the whole thing, it's always crazy, but I'll say the end of 2022 was all right. The beginning of 2023 didn't start off so great, but we're doing better now. So
wow, Jason, thank you for gifting the memberships. I wasn't looking at the YouTube. I was just looking at the StreamYard page. Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
You see treasure trails.
Yeah, so next live stream should be members only races that night on the next one that I do. I'll have to post my schedule as I get it, because my schedule has changed. But Jason, I appreciate you, brother. Every time you stop by, it's completely awesome, and I'll definitely appreciate the help that you give me. I see Deej is in the house. What's going on, Miss Deej? Nice to see you. So tell me about the mechanical bull riding.
So I got invited out to just a gathering of we'll call them co-workers. I don't work with them, but it's the same, type of people, do the same job as me. Just doing a shindig. Went out to a big casino out in Connecticut. Had drinks at this Western bar, and just all got up on the mechanical bull. It was a good time.
So Nor'easter's up near roughly in the Boston area in a country bar. That sounds kind of off.
We still, for not being country, we still have quite a few country folk here. for the pleasure of everyone, I'm gonna see if I can find the video real quick, and I'll just
Awesome.
show it. It's just a.
I
I
will
didn't
read.
do as well as I was hoping I would.
I will read this really fast while you're looking. Expression of the Outdoors with the $5 super chat says, "My best life is healthy loved ones, and I want to focus on my channel. Starting spring, I'm going to start focusing on building it." Hey, you know what? A lot of people think that it's a hassle to build a channel, but I'll tell you what's fun about it. The fun is that anything that you do within the community, there's assistance around here. You can have all the help that you want. You can get guidance from people that have already been there, and everybody will take the time to give you that little bit to help you get going, whether it be setup, getting it set up, how do you start promoting a little bit. There's a lot of ways that a lot of us are always willing to help. Hit me up anytime. I'd be glad to spend an hour with you on a Tuesday night or something when I'm sitting here watching TV, and definitely give you a few little tips and tricks on just how to get started. I'm really good at that part of it now. I'm just not so good at the what do you do when you get to this point, because everything's a learning process.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all start somewhere, and there's always someone who knows more than you do. Even if they don't know everything, they're gonna know.
Yeah, that's part of the deal, right? There's several of us, and I'm going to throw the names out there. Jesse at Totally Gnarly, Brian and B Higgles, Gene, We Dig It, and Ken at Practical Ken. We bang ideas every week. We're always thinking of ways to try to make it more efficient, better, have more fun, try to enjoy ourselves a little bit more, but achieve the same type of goals. And we do that pretty consistently. And for us, everybody's success is kind of as a whole, right? Anybody that does something good, we celebrate together in a group. And
Yep.
that's where we find a lot of extra enjoyment. There's somebody. Fox in the ground detecting. Haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for stopping in. Says, hey, 508 magnets. Did you find your video?
I think so.
Share it. Hey, and if a lot of people did not notice, YouTube decided that they were going to bash down a lot of people that for a lot of things on their videos and demonetize them this year, especially for things like profanity and such. So keep it in mind that you always want to take care of try to keep your language filter down, especially in the long run, because a lot of people have been banged for that. So it is important. Keeping things family friendly is always good anyway.
I usually try my hardest. On YouTube. You want unfiltered me, you go to Snapchat.
Yeah, I'm a little bit, I don't know. I guess it really just depends. I try to keep it in here as family friendly as possible, because for a long time, and especially on Mondays, here and on Mondays, because I knew that there were kids younger than 10 sitting on a couch watching our Monday Dig stuff. And I know that there are a few that have their kids in here when we're in here on Thursdays. And you know what? I don't want to be a part of saying something that a kid's never heard. And normally I'm pretty good with my mouth, but even comedy, even something that's a little funny that might be subject, I just don't want anybody to hear it here. It doesn't need to happen in here.
Yeah. All right, I got it. Let's I don't know if you've
so hit the present button on your thing.
Yeah.
And then you should give you the option to share a screen.
Yep.
And then should be a window tab, and then you pick the proper window. There you go. Is that it?
My full screen there, because I can't.
I'll get you here in a second. Let's see.
Like I said, I wish I did better. It's been a couple of years since I ridden a mechanical bull, but
let her rip.
This might be loud. I don't know if it has sound.
Okay.
All right. No, we got a little bit of sound here. He was taking it easy on me a little bit. Until he realized I was a little bit experienced, I think, and then he just starts to spin me like crazy.
Yeah, you're flipping that arm around like you know what you're doing.
As they say, not my first rodeo.
That's pretty good.
I don't want to get you monetized.
Nah, it's okay. There's enough noise around there that it ain't gonna hurt anyway. These don't do a whole lot.
So that
Mark
was
the
my
Bird
excitement
Hunter.
last weekend.
Man, you know what? When I'm only looking at the StreamYard, I sometimes miss that stuff. That's really the bad part. What's going on here? And I got a little technical difficulties today. I'm doing a different. I've set my stream up a little bit different, so I'm running an extra monitor now for other reasons, and it's kind of tough. But that Mark is on my short list of places that, since I'm not going to do a lot of traveling this year, I went all over. From Missouri to Texas to South Carolina to New York this last year. I'm not going to travel like I did. I've got to save a little bit this year. I spent too much money last year out and about. Let's just call it what it is. Mark is on my list because I know Mark's near Pittsburgh, and I've got several people that live in that area that I would like to swing by and meet on a personal level. And he is on that list. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. I will affectionately call you Mike the Berg Hunter just for S's and G's, because you thought I was Ohio Relic Hunter Bill for a long time. Yeah, Pennsylvania is on my list this year. That might be one of the only extra trips. Pennsylvania and Michigan might be on my list again.
I would love to travel more for just treasure hunting in general. So, but
yeah, I had a bunch of money put away last year, and I definitely went through it, helping fundraisers and stuff like that too. I did a lot of. I tried to do a lot of good last year. The raising the money thing was fun. I probably won't do a lot of fundraisers this year, but it was fun. But at the same time, you spend money to raise money too. Yep. So I put a lot of effort in some of that stuff. I'll probably still do some of that this year, but this year my traveling is going to be more limited. I'm going to start putting money back in the bank and try to be working towards 24, which I got travel plans that year. I got a big trip planned that year, and that's the next thing I really got to save for. I seen something there.
I'm actually going out to California in a couple months. My brother is getting married, so we're all going out there.
Wow.
I don't think I'll be able to get my detector out there because we're packing light. But
man, you can break those detector. Connie. That one's still up in the air. I still might be able to do that one, and it's not too far to go. Like I said, I'm not going to the corners of the earth this year like I did last year.
I've always envisioned
words.
Yes. Making some sort of device, and maybe I can do this now that I have a 3D printer, that I can attach my pinpointer to my shoe, just have it on, and just be able to like drag my foot through the dirt and on the beach and on the sand, and just if I hear a beep, and then I'll start digging with my hands. So I don't have to bring the whole detector with me, but I can still, I can do it underwater too. Those places like maybe you're not supposed to be detecting or whatever, but I just got a thing on my shoe, it's no big deal. Like looking for pennies on the beach.
Man, the beach detecting, I went to South Carolina and I did a little bit of it, and I was having so much of a good time just out there. It was my anniversary trip with my wife, so I didn't want to spend all my time out there. So I was out there early in the morning for a little while, and and the first thing I found when I was out there was a gold ring. I mean, that was the first thing that I found. And and you're almost spoiled at that point. My wife snatched it right up. I haven't seen it since. I took one picture of it and haven't seen it since.
Marlin.
What's up, Marlon Mayer Videos? There's my brother right there. Always stop. Thank you for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it very much. But yeah, and I went down there, and it seems so much easier just to beach detect. It's so easy to fill your holes. It's so easy to find your targets. It's just a lot more pleasant. You can walk around and with no shoes on the beach and just kind of go about your business. I really like beach detecting. I wish I had a good spot to continually go, but there are no beaches in Indiana.
Yeah, the closest beach to me is 45-minute drive out.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's not like I think I'll do the beach today. Like I got to plan it out. Like it's, I only got so much time from when I drop my kids off in the morning to when I got to pick them up in school. So like, it's not a spur of the moment thing. Like I think I'll hit a park today. I'll go down to the woods. It's a process, and you got to make sure you got everything. Like,
yeah,
don't turn it around.
Yeah, I keep the car packed for treasure hunting. I got charging cables. I got all my extra stuff in the back of my car always. I don't take a second detector with me, but I have a battery pack for my Legend as well. It stays in the car. So if my main battery dies, I have a battery pack on charger that I can just plug in, which is kind of cool. I saw something. But so I don't keep my scoop with me all the time because I don't ever hardly get to use it. Rarely in Indiana. I've used it once with Brian, and I saw something. What did you say, Ken?
I just released while I was in Connecticut, we stopped on the way home, stopped at this little beach. My wife and I did some quick beach detecting. First time for the year, first time in months because of my leg injury. And I got a new scoop for Christmas, so I was finally able to use that a little bit. So I put out some beach shorts. If you haven't seen those yet, they're pretty fun.
Yeah. So if anybody that is using these shorts to gain growth in the channel right now, it's very effective for first of all to gain subscribers, potential new viewers, and actually to get your stuff out there because you gain tons of impressions from views on shorts. Because a lot of times you'll get 1,200-1,500 views on it. The monetization changes for it starts on February 1st. But what's been becoming more difficult? There you go. Looky there.
The other one didn't do so well. Where are we? 732.
Yep.
But still, that 2,200.
Yeah, those are really good. Now, a lot of times, some stick, some don't. Some never come back. You don't know what you're getting out of those viewers like you do on your long videos because they actually found your video. Yeah. But the good part about it is that it's another way just to make sure you get your channel out there. So everybody that wants to produce videos should do shorts just because. Also, I hope everybody saw and updated their YouTube stuff for their monetization because in February, more channels will be eligible for supers and memberships and stuff. So that's kind of cool too. It's not that much, in the grand scheme of things, but it's really cool that it's available and gives everybody the opportunity.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that. I saw the email the other day from YouTube saying, the monetization, was it the end of February or beginning of February?
I think it's beginning. You have to click the new terms before July or whatever.
Yeah, which I definitely did. So I was thinking, I put out these 2 shorts and I was like, all right, hold up. Like, let's save some ideas for shorts to put out after that, and take advantage of what they're offering. So
yeah, nobody knows what the numbers are going to be like, at all on anything. But on my daughter and I's other channel, we do have one that we have a short that's been paid through the shorts menu, through the shorts fund, how they paid them before, which I don't know how they determined that, but we have one that gets about 5,000 views a week. And it's over 270,000, and and it's done okay. So we're really curious because every time the person in the video does something in real life, he gets searched on YouTube, and our short comes up because it has good SEO. So it comes up all the time, so people watch it consistently. We've got 3 that are like that over there, and other niches are a lot easier to actually make that stuff work. So it's just fun to learn and experiment and play.
I've got
Nobody's ever going to become a millionaire, I don't think, but it's worth trying.
I've got that one video that I put out, like probably like my somewhere between like my 3rd and 10th video that I ever did, and it's my most popular one. And every once in a while, it hits the cycles again, and it gets comments, mostly hate comments. But like I don't know why everybody expects that I found a dead body, and like I just lost my magnet. So like I've changed the title a couple of times. I used to be like Tragic Day Magnet Fishing, or this is not what I ever wanted to happen, magnet fishing, because I lose my magnet, and like it's the big thing of what I do, especially way back then when I was starting out. But everybody's like, man, I watched 10 minutes of this and I didn't see a dead body. I'm like, what? Why are you coming to YouTube to see a dead body?
Yeah, I mean, really, I don't think you should
Disturbing.
show a dead body in here.
Yeah.
What's up, J. Paul? Hi, I'm late. I've been helping family build stuff outside. I got an email, so I got gifted a membership from here. So cool. Yeah, and that is the cool thing. If you've been a member here once before and somebody gifts some out and there's not enough people to accept them, it will start picking people that fell off the membership train. So yes, sir. Yep. That's really cool though. I get those every now and again, the emails, and it's really neat. You're like, oh, I didn't stop by that stream. I don't feel like I deserved it.
I've gotten a couple, and I'm like, what? I did what now? And I was like, well, now I got to go see what's going on.
There's my friend Tim at Illinois Digger. Tim, I hadn't got a chance to talk to you, but I did have to cancel going down this spring, just so you know, to dig stock. Had quite a few things come up, and financially, I'm just not going to make it this spring, brother. So I should have texted you, but just letting you know here, since you're here. Oh, goodness. So, and back earlier to anybody that was out there, just kind of curious, or what are you going to do in 2023 to live your best life? If you want to drop a comment in here and have it responded upon on what you're going to do to enjoy yourself this year, above the grinds of work every day, the grinds of family life at home and trying to make everything work out. What are you going to do to enjoy yourself this year to make sure that you end 2023 with a smile on your face?
I know for me, my fun goal, I have a couple of goals for 2023, but my fun goal is just to go camping more. We got a new pop-up camper the end of last year, and the wife and I have plans to try to like do a couple like spur of the moment, just grab the camper, let's go somewhere, get out of the city and go to the woods and start some fire. Make some s'mores.
You got 2 impressionable young boys, and you know what, doing that stuff with them now will make them want to do it for a lifetime. So do you want them sitting in the house when they're 30 doing nothing? Absolutely not. You want them
already hooked on video games.
Well, I got a 19-year-old that is hooked on video games as well. And my daughter and I, when she was little, we had more opportunity to get out because there just was, it wasn't as, times weren't as tough. So with my son, we didn't get out to do stuff like that as much, and he became content being a homebody. Now she's out and about most of the time, and he's content being a homebody. So trying to break that as he ages a little bit, but he's doing pretty well for a 19-year-old. He's a good kid. He doesn't get in trouble or anything like that. I got another cool thing I was going to mention today is that I got another good Coinstar find today, and I didn't even realize it while I was there. I'm going to save it. No, I won't save it. I'm going to drop a short later. But let's see.
My Coinstar has been kind of dry recently. I did get over $1 in change at one stop, but it was
So
all commons.
I'm gonna put up 3 coins here, and if anybody sees something special or something they think might be special, let me know.
Go full. Is that a Steely?
It is.
Nice.
So I had never found one that had been used. The one that I got has been in a wrapper, and it was bought, from a coin shop a long time ago. This one, because if you've ever seen a zinc penny get rubbed really hard, a zinc penny kind of looks like that. So I assumed that I had 3 zinc pennies today, and I wasn't like, oh, that's great. And then I flipped it over and I saw the one was a wheat, and I was like, wait a second, I don't know any wheat that looks like that. And then I have to get my eyeballs out. Man, I got all kinds of cool new stuff.
Oh yeah, get your binocular glasses. I got this little guy right here.
Oh, I got one of them too, a jeweler's loop. So just so everybody knows, these are on Amazon and they're $13. And I haven't figured out how to totally work them yet. And I lied on my video. They have 3 levels of magnification. I've only figured out how to use 2. So the lenses spin and come off, and they twist lock in and out. But I don't know how to get the 3rd level. So, but anyway, they're watch repair glasses, and they are pretty phenomenal on a coin or anything that you need heavily magnified. And then you got LED lights.
So they look like night vision goggles.
And actually, they're awesome.
Where did my kids' glass?
Yeah, I can see those being very common. The wheat penny, is that 1943? The steel penny?
Yep. Yeah, I didn't need those to see that. I just got my, I got my regular magnifying glass, and I got them all over the house, believe it or not. So I saw that. So that will be my next short. I'll make that sometime today. But it's fun. Oh Lord, she ain't gonna have those big googly eyes. Yes, Mary, I'm gonna have big googly eyes. The other thing that I ended up getting for myself, and I did another video on that, was the Peebo Pod. So you can record with your.
That's super cool.
Yeah, you record with your phone, and it does tracking, so you can move around, and the camera follows you. So when you want to get out there and do your TikTok dances, you don't have to have a cameraman do that for you. Now you can just set up your tripod and put it on the Peebo, and it'll do it for me. I don't think I'm going to do any TikTok dances because I don't want to embarrass myself unless I decide to make fun of TikTokers, like do the comparative videos. I could do that. But you know what? They're having fun. I'm not going to make fun of them for that. But it was another cool thing because, I got some instructional stuff that I want to use, and I want to try recording some with my phone. And I'm going to find a way to use my nice camera. Can't wait to see my TikTok dances. I'll drop out some good stuff. They got they do have coupons for those on the internet. So Tony, if you search Peebo Pod coupons, you can find coupons for that, and you can get an extra 20% off. I can't remember what I paid for this, but it wasn't a lot. I think the whole kit, the silver bundle, was like $138, and I think after shipping and everything, I just gave a little over $100. Now, and there is off brands that do the same thing that you can get off of Amazon. I'm not sure about the quality of them, but for around $30 to $60. Oh, of course it is, Ken. Ken, she's never going to go without an opportunity to take a shot at me of my stature. She will never pass that opportunity up.
Wait till the day that me and you get together. It's gonna be like Lord of the Rings, and we're traveling back to Hobbiton to meet me and you together. So
hey, you saw the picture of me, Brian, Ken, and Gene, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Gandalf
Gene's-
and the Three Hobbits, man.
Gene, my God, I did not realize how tall he is. I
He is
saw a
a
picture of him with Quarter Hoarder,
yeah,
and
and
I got
they're
a picture of me with Quarter Hoarder, and I can tell you there is a vast different. He is a tall man,
Gene is very tall.
and Gene is taller than Quarter Hoarder. So
Yeah, Gene is over 6'5".
yeah,
Quarter Hoarder, I think Jason's like 6'2", but he's a big guy.
I'm barely over 5'6". So
What? I mean, I'm not even that tall, bro. So just so you know, I'm a short dude, but that's okay. Me, Ken, and Brian, we all stand about the same height, and it did. If you see us standing out there in that field that day, it looks like Gandalf and the Three Hobbits, dude. It really does. And you know what? And I'm not. I don't really care. I'm not taking shots. I'm just saying that we're not big people. And then to hang out with Gene, he is enormously huge. I got pictures. It's on one of my shorts where it goes through some of the stuff we were doing. And Higgles is standing on a chair over top of a fines table taking pictures. He's standing on a chair, and Gene's standing there leaning over it, taking the same picture in the next frame.
oh, that's funny.
But it is we have a blast. We had so much fun up there in New York that we'll never replace that weekend. And you know what? There were so many people there that we wanted to spend time with and say hello to. And if we didn't see them on the first day, or they didn't come out in the field where we were at, we were right there. I mean, that was it. It was just us. But we had so much fun. It was definitely we rented this nice big house, and we had it all to ourselves, and it was a really good time.
That's awesome. Yeah, here's me with Quarter Hoarder and Andy.
I saw that picture.
Boys. And then I got Mark and Angela in there too from Detecting the Shore. And I think me and Angela are just about the same height.
That's right on.
We're pretty close there.
Yeah, I joked with them hardcore about when they changed their channel name, because I was like, hey man, but I already got the tattoo, and now you changed your channel name.
Is it? Wait, so yeah, it's Detecting the Shore now. It used to be to dive and detect, right?
To dive and detect, yeah.
I liked it both. I liked the other one, but not my channel. So Detecting the Shore works pretty well too. So.
Or see each other at dinner. Yeah, we did that. That was about the only time I seen. Yeah, so the inn, Ken, what's the name of that inn? The name of that military base. What's the name of the inn that we were eating at up there? We ate at this inn had this diner had it was like an old college town pub or whatever, old Eastern Seaboard pub, and the food in there was so good and was so reasonable. The Valcour, yes. If anybody gets up to upstate New York, go to the Valcour Inn. We sit up there and ate every day, and we left out of there every single night, had enough food from our full meal to have another meal. So we were eating basically there, and then one time at home, and that's all we ate. We didn't really eat much out it. And the food was so good. They had some of the best burgers, sandwiches you could ever imagine. They had their own craft beers that we got to drink up there. I think Ken drank one or two. I know Brian did. I don't think Gene drinks, but it was a lot of fun as well. And the soup, oh my God. So they had all this leftover food, and they made this soup out of it, and we were like, the soup could have been a meal. It had, oh God, I'm a foodie, man. I like food. It was, yeah, everything was good in there. And we go in there every night to eat when we was up there. I definitely, if they're in that area again, I'll go back just for the restaurant, just to eat there. But that's the thing, that when you go out of town like that, you always find that hole in the wall restaurant.
Yep.
And this place was off by itself. It was really cool. Anybody else that has a few comments left? The question of the day is, how are you going to live your best life in 2023? What are you going to do to enjoy yourself above and beyond everyday normal life. And you know, trying to meet up with people and spend time with new people, make friends is always a good one. I spent my whole year last year doing that. No regrets. And then I've got a few extra things this year. This year I'm going to evolve the channel a little bit. I'm going to involve more people on Mondays. So I know I've got people that are ready to jump on Mondays already. If anybody wants to, good night, Deej. If anybody wants to join in on Mondays with a video, hit me up, get one ready. Let me know when you got one ready in your time frame. Usually 12 to 13 and a half minutes is best. No more than 14. I'll gladly start adding new folks in and share time. I got a friend that I've given a detector to. I give him my simplex, and he wants to get out and do some detecting this year. So he wants to learn. So he inspired me to make a set of just an overall first year in the hobby set of videos. And I've already started recording them.
Nice.
And it's just going to be, if you've come to YouTube to learn how to be a metal detectorist or whatever, it's going to be a step-by-step, probably between 5 and 10 videos on everything that you're going to want to do if you really want to become involved, and how to do it cheaply, easily, and without most hassle. So that's something extra that I'm going to do this year. And I'm probably going to detect a little less this year just because I've got other things that I'm doing as well. I got some remodel work to do in my house. I'm going to work on this. I'm actually going to convert this half of the basement into an actual studio. It needs a little bit of work, but I've been working on my camera angle's up too high. My bottom two shelves that's got all my giveaway stuff is still, that I haven't given away yet. It's all down there, but my top shelves are filling out pretty nice. I did get some new bottles, and I got a really cool jar full of marbles at an antique shop the other day. It's on the top shelf. Everybody loves marbles, and I like finding them. But I found this jar full of marbles, and it was so cheap that I had to buy it because I thought it would look nice. And I filled up some of my Riker boxes. I just got some neat stuff that I put in there. Some of my finds from this year in there. I'm just about having a good time this year and not letting it stress me out. I let it stress me out a little bit, probably about October last year, and I don't want that to happen no more.
Yeah. Do you know how many marbles you've found detecting?
Oh, I would say probably 20 or so. I got them somewhere. Nice. I got a whole case full of stuff over there, and I got another cabinet that I'm getting ready to move over here with a glass case that I'm going to put in. So everything, all my stuff scattered. I've been organizing that and cleaning everything up so I can start displaying it a little bit more. I have a display at work in my office, and then I've got some stuff displayed here.
Yeah, I've got stuff here, which is the kitchen. I got like a little corner. I need like a shelf or something, or just not here at all. And then I got stuff downstairs on my workbench, and I've got downstairs where I do the live stream every Tuesday from there. But so I've got it all, and I got stuff in my car. Like I know where everything is, but it's all over the place.
Yeah, I'm the same. I have a few things in my car. I found I can't even remember where it's at on my footage. My footage is so scattered at this point. I found it's a valve, and the company's name is on it, and I can't quite remember it right now. I won't remember it until I look at it again. But it was a company that was out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and they originated in the 1830s or 40s, and that's when a lot of these valves were made. And then the U.S. government took that plant over in 1861 and made it an arms and ammunition plant for the Civil War. But you find one item, you research the company, and then you learn about its history, and then next thing you know, you fall deeper into you fall deeper into, your love for history and stuff like that. Let's see really fast here. FL Thunder Digging with Rob is in here. There's my brother. 8:30 on Monday Digs. Uh, one of my most fun trips last year, I will not lie, was with the Iron Antler folks and Rob. Rob and I traveled through Missouri together. Had a good time. Always stops in and says hi. And also, right there's my buddy Brian Snow. He's Snowman Multimedia. Papa Blood is my sports name, just so you guys, if you don't know what that is. Brian is a sports show guy. He does shows all hours of the day, and he also does high school basketball play-by-play in the state of Indiana. Very good guy. He's a cancer survivor. He's working really hard on his multimedia career, and an excellent human being. Lives just about 30 miles or so from me, maybe a little further. But I like to shout out Brian because he's an absolute wonderful guy.
That's pretty cool. I love finding marbles. Like I asked you about the marbles. I've got only 3 so far. I've got this real nice, doesn't quite show up. It's cobalt. Like a
I like it.
They call it.
Yeah, I love the color.
Found this in my childhood home, the backyard of my childhood home, that now belongs to my uncle. Well, actually, he's listed it for sale now. We just moved down to Florida. And then I got this one out of a drained lake out in western Massachusetts. Where's the color? There it is. So it's mostly white with this little bit of blue. It's like a baby blue. And then maybe like, I don't know, 10, 15 feet away from it, I found its twin.
Right on.
So they're both the same, like pearl white with baby blue colors in there. And I found them in the same area, and then I got this third one there. So I love the marbles. It's so much fun.
Yeah, marbles. Marbles are like a bonus treasure, right? You're looking for a coin, you're digging, or you're looking for something, precious metal. You dig a hole, and out pops a marble. Also, I like all different kinds of ceramics and stuff like that. It indicates a lot about the way the wealth that a person had that lived there in the past. Sometimes I like finding the bottle dumps. I've got a new dump that I can go to every now and again. I haven't been recording it. I've been using that as my fun time, digging a few bottles. But I got some really cool older ones that I couldn't identify, and Deej was trying to help me identify them. She's pretty good with bottles. And the glass is really weird. It's got like, when you see oil and water, the rainbowy film that covers in it, I had the same look as in this glass, and I really don't know how to dissect what it is.
I've got a nice bottle dump that's actually within walking distance from my house. I've been there before. I got a video on it. Found lots of nice bottles, some nice blue glass, and just maybe a Coke bottle or 2.
Yeah.
But I've only detected there a couple of times, and one of it, I didn't even make enough to make a full video. I made a couple shorts out of it because the ticks at that time were outrageous, and I was like, nope, I'm getting out of here. But I keep meaning to go back. Annette, I found mine by accident. I was actually out looking for deer antlers in the early spring, and I came across a bottle dump, and I just changed my motive that day. I went looking for bottles. You got to find the old home sites and where they dumped their trash, and yeah, other than that, I don't know.
So, really fast, Annette, if you actually are looking for bottle dumps, you try to find, the first thing that you should do if you're looking for one in a town is try to find the oldest map you can find of that town. Now, if you're looking for because to find where the city dumped, in that time, you want to find something just along the outskirts of that town where there was nothing that was really going to be built, right away, you would think, and you start searching that area. A a lot of time it's private property and you need permission, of course. But always find the original map of your town and look on the outside skirting of the town, because of course they're not going to dump their trash in town. They're going to remove it. So you want to move out to the outside of town, and then look for the because your town grew over the years, and a lot of times and badly enough, they usually end up in low-lying areas down next to streams or creeks and stuff like that. Amazingly enough, that's where they ended up, because that's what we really needed to do, was pollute our waterways. But that is how I start when I look at old maps, and then assess it. Usually there is a lot of times public where they dumped for the longest time, the public still owns. It's still city property.
Everything you just said is like 100% on where my dump was, and it's ironically right across the street from where the old dump is. Like it's known as the dump. It's not used anymore. But then on the other side of the street must have been the old dump, because that's where the bottle dump is. So
yeah, but if you find one, they just keep digging, go as deep as you can go until you stop finding trash, and then work your way back up. So if you stop finding glass at 3 foot, then you can work your way back up, because then you've gotten to the oldest stuff, and then you can work your way in. And then what you do is that you get a little open area and you pin your way in, and then you try to start looking for full bottles and things that you don't want to break, and then you chip away easily. But yeah, that's it. That's how I start looking for them. And guess what? Always ask the elders in your town, the people that work at the library, historians, because there may be, because on some of the old maps it does show city dump on there, city dumping grounds, and a city. I can't remember what they called it. I found it on a couple old maps, but that's how I start. And then also, just like Josh said, if you've got a place where there's an old house and it's been there for a long time, start going away from the house, a couple 100 feet away from the house, and look for the most obvious place, and then just start digging around a little bit. You can usually find where families dumped it. And a lot of times, they didn't dump near as much, of course, but you might find better stuff there too, because any trash that they couldn't burn or get rid of would end up out there, and mostly a lot of glass.
Yeah, look for the house that all the neighborhood kids think is the haunted house. That's gonna be your bottle dump house. I just learned something about bottle dumps. It might have been on Quarter Hoarder's video, or not bottle dumps, but like just dumps in general. Back in the day, they'd take all the trash. A truck would drive by and you dump your can in there, and they would sort it, probably like burnable and non-burnable, and then they would be considered like light waste, which is all the stuff that would go to the bottom, dirt, food compost, all that stuff. And then farmers would use that light fill to fill their fields. And that's how sometimes you find like the randomness things, and you hit like a patch that's like button, coin, button, toy car. Like you find all these things that people threw away, and it got sifted down through the soil of the trash guys, and then it made its way into the farmer's field of fill dirt. It's pretty cool.
So one of my farm field dig sites that we have, the last time we was out there, and I think I actually, which had a military fort on it in the early 1800s, I think I found the dump site out there, where I guess you'd call it the privy, where near all of that, where they dumped. But they dumped near in the same spot. I think I found it. That's going to be one of the first things I do once I get back out and about. I've been down a vehicle, so I haven't been able to go nowhere here lately. We've been a one-horse family for a little while. It's been a little tough. My wife's car is sitting down, so we're down to one horse, so I haven't got a chance to go dig. I'm twitching because I haven't got a chance to get out and dig lately, and my peace of mind needs it. So as soon as that car gets fixed, I'll be back on my regular schedule. But I think I found the dump on one of the oldest dig sites that we have. So I've got my fingers crossed that that's one of the things that I found. I'm gonna go out there and start digging it up, and hopefully it will yield some more good finds. And just so everybody knows, I'm on time constraints tonight, folks. I got to take the boys to work, and Miss Rachel just stopped in last minute. Much love to Rachel. Always a huge supporter of all of us and a very kind soul. Yeah, and everybody knows, if you go over to Facebook and check out Miss Patty Disharoon, she's been finding some great stuff with her metal detector as well. Everybody show Patty a little bit of love as well. Anybody that had the idea of trying to get your channel together this year, drop me an email, get a hold of me in some way, and we'll sit down and we'll chat about it. I will do my best to help. If you want to do that, I'm here for everybody. If you need something, my email is on the screen at the bottom. You can get me anytime, and I'd be glad to do what I can. Also, Monday or on Sundays, make sure you check out FL Thunder's morning stream. Him and Charlie killing it on that. And then followed up by, I think Marlon is at 11:30. And that's usually where I hang out on Sundays when I have time, because I work that day. But you guys are all great. Just wanted to say thank you all so much. I hope everybody has a great 2023. I wish you all the best. I can't wait to see everybody as we go forward. Just remember, I'm not doing a full year's worth of streams this year. I'm probably going to do about 30, maybe 35. And on the weeks that I'm not going to be here, it will probably be FL Thunder, that if he decides he wants to do one, or it will be the We Dig It guys. And I might give them try to help them get out a few more, because I know that they enjoy doing them as well. And I can always do pop-up streams at other times. Oh, one more thing. If anybody saw my pop-up really weird stream from the other night that lasted for like 30 seconds, I was working on something and I didn't mean for it to go live, but I've got a variation of live streaming that I want to do in the community, just to see how receptive people are within the community of that type of streaming. So that was a start of a test. But next time you see me do one of those pop-up, if it says something like, if you see something about treasure hunting in the title, that's what that's going to be. And it's going to be a night where everybody kind of shares their stuff out. And it will, I'll let you know when it comes up. It's going to be soon. There she is right there, Miss Rachel. But I forgot to mention that. You guys are fantastic. I'm going to close this thing down here in a second, and I will see you guys. I'll check the schedule. There'll be a posted community tab maybe next week. I'm not positive if I am or not, but much love to everybody. Thank you and good night. Josh, thank you, bro.
See ya.